Okay, so hello. So for this given tutorial, okay, so we're going to study how are we going to use shell variables. Okay, so we will be learning in this tutorial how to use shell variables in Linux operating system. So when we say variables, so these are the character string to which we usually assign value, and the value assigned can be a number, it can be a text, a file name, a device, or any other type of data. Okay, so a variable is nothing more than a pointer to the actual data which is stored in the memory. So the shell variables, okay, enables you to create, assign, and delete variables. Okay, so now let's go into to review again what is usually the composition of a variable. So the name of a variable can actually contain an alphanumeric value. So it can be an uppercase letter, or it can be a lowercase letter, or a combination of an alphabet and also a numerical value. You can also use a symbol, but the only symbol which is allowable to be used will be the underscore character. Okay, so you can name a variable like start it with an underscore symbol, that will be a valid. Okay, but don't ever use any other character aside from the underscore symbol. Okay, so now how we usually define a variable. Okay, so let's have a new file. Let's name it nano002.sh. Okay, so for example, I'll be using a variable which is var1. Okay, take note that when naming a variable in a shell script code, let us just use a standard that all variables must be capital letter. Although even if it will be small letter, it is not actually a problem. So that we will be just like having a convention on using variables. So we will be naming all variables capital letter. Okay, so for example in here, if I want to set this variable as a string, you can just immediately put string value. So for example, Eugene Castro. Okay, then if I have what, bar2, avoid using spaces, equal to, like for example, a numerical value. Okay, so I can be like that. So now if you want to access now the variable, okay, as we have learned on our previous tutorial, the variable content, okay, should be, or in order to access the variable content, we need to start the name of the variable using the $sign symbol. So for example, echo, let us just say that variable content is, then let's just add the var1. Okay, then echo variable content is $sign var2. Okay, so now we can save this one. Okay, then yes. Okay, so in order to execute it, chmod 777.002.sh. Okay, then to run it, 002.sh. Okay, so you can see there, variable content is Eugene Castro. Then the second variable is variable content is 1000. Okay, so now, aside from accessing the value of the variable, you can actually also like unset its value. So when we say unsetting the value, is actually deleting. Okay, deleting a variable directs the shell to remove the variable from the list of the variable that it tracks. Okay, so once you have unset a variable, you cannot access the stored value on that given variable. So now, how are we going to unset a variable? So for example, in this program that we had created, okay, to unset the variable, we will be just using the keyword unset. Okay, so for example, var1. Okay, so we will be unsetting var1. No need to write $sign. Okay, because we are unsetting the variable. Okay, so let's save this one. Yes, and let's try to run. So after we have run this one, you will be seeing here variable content is nothing. So it means we had successfully unsetted the value of var1. Then variable content is 1000 for the var2 since we did not use the unset keyword for the var2. Okay, so aside from these variables, we have also this what we call the special variables. Okay, so what are these special variables? So for this one, we'll be making a new file 03sh. Okay, so we have a special variable which is $0 $0. Okay, so let's echo the content of $0. So $0 is the file name of the current script. Okay, so let's just save this one. Let's check if what is the content of that. Okay, so chmod 03. Okay, so nano run it 03. Okay, so you will be seeing it echoes the file name of the current script which we had executed. So that is $01. Okay, so then we have also another one. Okay, so let's just comment this one. So the next one is echo $n. $n means this can be any positive integers, okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, and the variable will hold the argument that you're going to input, okay, in executing a certain script. So if it will be $1, $2, and $3, so it only means that $1 will hold the first argument, $2 will hold the second argument, $3 the third argument, and so on and so forth. Okay, so for this one, so if you will be like saving this, control, yes. Okay, so for example, I'll be typing here Eugene Kiambao Castro. Okay, So it only means that once I have entered there, it will echo Eugene Campbell Castro. Okay, $1 deals with the Eugene, $2 Campbell, then Castro for the $3. In order to prove that one, so let us just like separate all of the echoes here. Like for example, echo, then echo. Okay, so we are now expecting that every arguments, okay, or parameters on our shell script execution will be displayed, okay, on separate line. Okay, so Eugene, Kiambao, and Castro. Okay, so the next one is we have so let's again comment this, comment. Okay, so the next special variable is the $sign number sign. Okay, echo. Okay, so the $sign number sign symbol, okay, is a special variable that displays the number of arguments supplied to a script. So for example, let's check. So 003 Eugene Campbell Castro. So if I'll be entering this one, it displays 3. So it only means that the script has been executed with 3 parameters or arguments. Okay. So next. So the next one is the echo $sign at sign. So the $sign at sign is all the arguments are individually double quoted. Okay, so if a script receives 2 arguments, the $sign at sign is equivalent to $1, $2. So for example, let's save this one. Okay, so it will be double quoted. All of the arguments are individually double quoted. Okay, so it means it will be displayed all of the content of the argument. So if we're going to type that one using the $sign, and so it will be $1, $2, $3. But if you want to get all of it, you can just use $sign at sign. Okay, so there are actually lots of special variables that you can use, so you can just try to explore all of these special variables. Okay, so that ends for this tutorial, and see you on our next tutorial. If you have any question, you can just send me a message for all of your inquiries. Thank you very much.